Many financial experts suggest financial infidelity covers a wide range of behaviors, including not filling in your partner on tiny purchases here and there, like the after-work happy hours with colleagues. The article also goes on to say that experts suspect that financial infidelity has been on the rise for decades, since more households now have two breadwinners. And most couples have separate bank accounts. So ladies, what are your thoughts on this, and can a relationship survive financial infidelity?
Yeah.
Is that really infidelity if you go and have drinks with your friends, though? Are we, like, what is... Infidelity is a serious word,
That
guys.
is a serious
I
word.
would think financial infidelity is any time you have spent money that you guys share together or that the person is depending on, and you go and you either lie about what you've spent, that's betrayal.
Yeah.
It's hidden, you get what I mean?
I'm with that, but I loosen it a little bit more. I think even if it's not my money, if you go and buy something major and we don't talk about it as a couple, I think that's a little weird.
I'm agreeing. That to me is infidelity.
I thought you meant if only the money was shared.
No,
like, it
I
doesn't
would feel
have
like
to be
if we
my
depend on it. You know what I mean? I think there's so many families that, you know, are living check to check, and then you have somebody that maybe has a gambling problem and he goes and he spends your money. Now you don't have money for rent. Or he goes and he purchases a brand new car and he's out here whipping. I actually knew a friend who met a man, and she was in a relationship with him where he was very doting. And when they got in the relationship, he had a lot of money. And she was used to and accustomed to a certain thing of fancy Chanel bags and that sort of thing. And at some point, I think he no longer had that money, but continued to buy her these things and ended up in crazy debt, even up to the point of like buying things in her name.
Oh, wow.
And her later finding out that these things were, and that's major financial infidelity.
That's financial infidelity. But I wonder if it's something small, is it only debt, or is it buying, you know, taking your friends out and paying for dinner?
Is it something you know would upset him? Would it upset him? Because I think that's the important part is, if it's something that you know would upset your significant other and you have to lie about it, that's infidelity to me.
I think if okay, when you're a couple, I think you sit down and you talk about what is your financial status and understand what are your wants, needs, you know, what's your commitment to the financial part of the relationship?
Right.
And based on that, you can tell if you're committing infidelity or you're doing something that they don't like. I know a lot of my girlfriends that are married, they don't reveal to their husbands that they're spending, like they go shopping. And you know, they always hide their bags and stuff like that. But that's infidelity. You have to sit down, you and your partner, you make some decisions, and I would even say make a list and say, okay, what are we trying to do? Why are we trying to save? What is it that we're gonna spend our money on and things like that? I do think that, you know, as women and as men, you should have a pot of money that you could spend freely on your own.
Yes.
Right.
And that way you don't have to commit the infidelity, is whatever you want. I don't think you should have to ask permission if you earn the money and everything. But if there is a commitment, if there is a something where we say, you know, if we're gonna do big purchases over $500,
right,
we need to tell each other.
Yes.
It's just communication. That's what I think
at the bottom.
I feel then.
Why?
Because I took part in a financially infidelious
What you do?
situation. My friend just bought a Birkin, and you know how they ship it to you? Ooh. She had to ship it to my house instead of her house because she didn't want her man to know. And the reason I approved of it, to hide it behind his back, is because she's my girl, so I'm gonna cover for her.
Right.
But also, he sees her as spending money in a certain way. Like she's frugal, she doesn't spend very much on herself, and she doesn't, and he spends overly. And she doesn't like him to spend that much, but she felt that if he saw her spending this, then it would give him permission to go ahead and okay the next Rolex or whatever he wanted to buy.
Right.
So being her friend and also being the person that I see that she's really good with her money, I was like, send it to my house, I got it for you.
But one day he's gonna see the Birkin and he's gonna be like, where did you get that from?
He's not that slick. He's not that.
Believe me,
He doesn't know. He doesn't know stuff like that.
if she's carrying a Birkin, somebody with him is gonna be like, "That's a Birkin," and then he's gonna be like, "What's a Birkin?"
Yes.
Let me tell you what.
Maybe so, but he's kind of square like that. She has nice things, so it's like it's embedded. It's not like, but she just recently bought it as she kind of made this whole. We're not spending on luxe things anymore. And then she saw the new the eggplant Birkin that just came out, the chocolate eggplant, and she was like, "Oh, I gotta have it."
What's wrong with just having a conversation and just saying,
I hear you, but I just liked. I haven't, guys. I'm a mom now, so I don't get into devious things. This was really exciting for me. So I was all about it.
What about Amazon packages? A lot of women hide Amazon packages. I have a girlfriend who hides them all the time. Or even a girlfriend who will buy a new outfit and then she will put the dry cleaner's bag over it. So it looks like she just picked it up.
If it's a commitment that you guys say, we're only gonna spend this much money, and you go out and you're hiding stuff and you're doing stuff that he is not to his knowledge, that's infidelity.
Well, here are the facts. The facts are there was some data released by financial firm TD and Ameritrade, and they found that 41% of divorced Gen Xers and 29% of boomers say they ended their marriage
because
based
of finances.
on financial.
Yeah, because everybody
over 50% of divorces
money.
end from finances.
Married.
Yeah.
There's a lot of truth to that though. It is work. It is work to be married.
It's
yes.
just, you can't spend.